beautiful Sunday morning here in Barcelona. I just came back from the gym. I realized, well, actually, I came back from clubbing. I didn't go to sleep since I went to Shoko last night. I got back home around 5, 6 a.m., let's say, and journaled a bit. I couldn't fall asleep. I meditated, couldn't fall asleep. So I decided to go to the gym, and I looked it up during the night, and it turns out that Metropolitan is actually really close to where I'm staying. So I'd been going to Metropolitan before uh, during the last year, and well, I left Spain, right? So the membership lapsed, and I was looking for a new place. I was gonna go to the McFit near Plaza Catalunya. It's changed names now. I think it's Basic Fit. But I was thinking of going there, and then I looked it up, and it turns out this other place is 10 minutes walk away, 5 minutes by bike. So yeah, I just went to see if I could renew my membership, which I could for a hefty. I paid $1,100 basically, because I had to pay for 6 months up front, and I had to pay $400 membership fee, and they could not discount it to me because I let my membership run out without renewal the last time, or repayment, and they had to cancel it. So it's kind of on me, and I did push, try to negotiate a bit to see if there was any way to see if there was any way to avoid that policy. But the girl said there wasn't. I mean, there probably was. Maybe if I would have called some customer support number and said, "Oh, I was out of Spain because my visa, there was an issue with my visa," and something along those lines. But anyway, regardless, so I ended up getting a pretty decent workout in, upper body and back, so like chest, buys, tries, and back, yeah. And now, I don't know, I'm a little tired, so I think I'm gonna go and sleep a few hours. After that, I'm gonna try to work for about 4 to 5 hours, God willing, and then after go to Belissima. So in terms of work, potentially thinking to go to Soho House to get some work done. And other than that, oh yeah, I decided that go to Shoko last night was a huge mistake, because just the whole setup was wrong. I went with the most retarded people I know in Barcelona, which is Jaden, Emilio, and Brian. And I mean, Brian was fine, to be honest. He's broke, but he's not like actively sabotage a situation. But Emilio was just being negative and just criticizing everything, and literally negative aura. Jaden was a drunken fool, and I was in my head, for lack of a better word. And I was like, oh yeah, like this is entirely on me for coming out with these guys. So yeah, I should not have done that. So what am I thinking to not? So what's this lead to? Oh, and the other thing was, I realized the fact that those are the only guy friends I have in Barcelona does not speak highly of me, and that's something I need to address. So really putting in the effort to build in a new social circle, and I think part of that is just going to be me spending a lot more time in places like Soho, going out of the house and not aimlessly wandering, in terms of opportunity cost. So I think I'm just gonna go on a no dating policy for a long time, like 3 months. I'm not sure how to reconcile that with what I said yesterday, which was I wanted to get those 10 numbers, which I got 2, and one girl didn't even follow me back, or she followed me but she didn't accept my follow or something weird. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't like to give up on one thing for another. I don't want to change my mind, whiplash, so to speak. So I'm thinking maybe the no dating policy will start from Wednesday, and from there it's just I have to proactively build out a social circle and connections and friendships, not just trying to hit on as many girls as possible. And I think it'll be useful. I think like I've developed cold approaching as a skill set to like a fairly high level in some ways. In other ways, it still feels completely random and chaotic, but to a fairly high level in some respects. And I've always had it as a crutch almost, and as a result, I never really learned how to like, you know, connect with people and women, but just people in general, and build out these social networks. I was doing it before I left, so I won't totally blame myself. Part of it has just been like me being inconsistent, and unstable geographically, right? I'm traveling constantly, so for these kinds of things, you have to like invest over time, you know. And I was doing that when I was in Spain before I left. So yeah, I don't put it entirely on me, but anyway, the entire point is like thinking long term, because realistically, like I even saw other guys like hanging out, other groups of guys talking to women, hanging out, and they just were like just chill, normal guys having normal conversations, not being fucking weird, drunk weirdos, annoying chicks. And yeah, I mean, it's literally it should be that simple. You know, you just go out with your friends, you guys are having fun, you're not all in like hunting mode to get pussy, because you have like deep pain bodies around women and validation from them, sexual validation from them. And then you meet some girls that seem cool and you guys all have fun, which is, again, Brian was fine. That's basically what Brian did. You guys have fun and then like, you know, take the girls home or whatever happens. Anything else? No, I think that's it for now. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Dripped out. So, on my way to meet with Emilio and Dennis, thank God, and we're going to Belissima along with Brian. Jaden wanted to come. I was like, yeah, he can come if he wants, but I'm not gonna go out tonight if Jason's coming out because he's a drunken fool. But anyway, I guess he had a date come up, so he decided not to go with those guys. And they hit me up, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll come. I'll pull up. I went home after the gym, after the last video, and worked a little bit, like an hour on the CSS course, and I just like started dozing off. I went to lay down in bed, and I couldn't fall asleep for about 2 hours. So I ended up reading a little bit, watching some videos, different people's experiences getting the startup visa, and had lunch with Astrid and Petrus. Astrid made some bomb-ass food, to be honest. They're a happy couple. She's rich as fuck, or her family is. He's rich as fuck. They've been together for a long time. They have a bunch of kids. They have grandkids. It's not a bad life. They're retired, traveling all over the world. They're going to Nepal next week. It's not a bad life at all. Something to aspire to. But yeah, anyway, now I'm going to meet Dennis and Emilio, and we'll figure out what the move is from there.
Who you get